is LOXE. My matrix number is 298668. I will introduce about Sunway Resort Hotel. Sunway Resort Hotel is a 5-star resort in Sunway City, Kuala Lumpur. It is part of integrated destination with retail, entertainment, and events. The hotel offers rooms, F&B, leisure facility, and meetings or banquet service. Because it deals with many guests, staff, and suppliers every day, it faces higher legal exposure in daily operation.
I represent about tort and negligence. Tort and negligence occur when a hotel fails to exercise reasonable care, causing injury or loss to guests. At Sunway Resort Hotel, negligence can happen due to slip and fall accidents, unsafe facility, or staff failing to follow SOPs. The hotel large size, high guest traffic, and many leisure facility increase the likelihood of accidents. Recent cases highlight the legal consequences, which is Sunway Putra Hotel 2024, guests drowned in the swimming pool due to inadequate supervisions, and another cases is Genting Hotel, which is 800 million award after staff allowed unauthorized access, resulting in a guest death. And these cases show that hotels can be held legally liable for breaching their duty of care.
Hi, my name is BINTI, matrix number 300320, and now I want to talk about product and liability. Product and liability risk refer to the hotel leisure responsibility when guests are injured or suffer loss due to unsafe facilities and food or service. For Sunway Resort Hotel, this risk is significant because it is a large integrated resort with high guest volume, multi-story building, and multi-food outlets. Facilities like elevators are safe with critical systems, while banquet and buffet service increase food contamination risk. Real cases such as the Hilton Hotel Malacca elevator interruption and the SEA Games food poisoning incidents show how quickly facility of food failure can escalate into legal and reputational risk. These examples are highlight why product and liability is a major legal concern for a resort hotel like Sunway.
Now I am talking about consumer protection. It means guests are treated fairly and not misled in promotion, pricing, booking terms, and refund or cancellation policy. In hotels, disputes usually start when expectations don't match reality. For example, the package inclusion are not delivered as guests expected, or the key illustrations are not clearly shown at the point of booking. Another common trigger is pricing. Front prices may hide mandatory charge or conditions, and strict non-refundable or prepayment terms often lead to complaints. We can see this in real case reported. At Layang Island Resort, deposit refund issue reported escalated into regulatory action. And in a no-show, no-refund dispute, strict policy past week communication quickly turned into public backlash and reputation harm.
Hi, my name is Tinkaka and my matrix number is 300391. Today, I want to present about the safety and risk management. Safety risk management involves the systematic identification of hazard, assessment of associated risks, and implementation of effective mitigation measures. Its primary objective is to ensure that risks are controlled to an acceptable level. SRM is a fundamental component of safety management system at both national and service provider level. Conceptually, security threats are categorized into three types, which is acceptable, tolerable, and unacceptable.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is FATONAH binti Officer. My matrix number is 299958. Employment law is a major legal risk for Sunway Resort Hotel because it relies on the large workforce in security, housekeeping, food and beverage, and front office department. The hotel operates long hours with shift works and frequent guard interaction, which increase the risk of employment-related dispute. One key issue is vicarious liability, while the hotel may be held legally responsible for negligent or wrongful acts committed by employees during their duties. Another concern is wrongful dismissal, especially when employees are terminated without the just cause or without a proper documented inquiry under the Employment Act 1955. This failure may lead to legal actions, compensation claims, and reputational damage.
In Malaysia, negligence is governed by common law. To prove negligence, there's three elements are required, which is a duty of care, a branch of that duty, and resulting damage or injury. At Sunway Resort Hotel, staff must safeguard guest key and protect guests. If employees are negligent, the hotel may be vicariously liable. Legal consequences include compensations, legal fees, insurance claims, and reputational damage. For example, in 2024, First World Hotel and Genting Malaysia were found negligent when staff allowed unauthorized persons into a guest room, leading to a death. The court awarded over 800 million, showing the importance of fulfilling the duty of care.
From a legal perspective, product and liability risks arise mainly from failure in safety-critical facilities and food services. Guests depend entirely on the hotel to ensure that elevators are safe and food is hygienic. As they cannot access these risks themselves. In elevator-related incidents, court will examine whether the hotel exercised reasonable care through proper maintenance, competent contractors, emergency procedures, and documented records. For food-related cases, even when the source of contamination is unconfirmed, hotel may still face investigations and reputational damage. Legal scrutiny usually focuses on hygienic practices, food handling procedures, and compliance with food safety laws. Failure in these areas can result in allegation, claim, and regulatory actions.
For legal analysis, consumer protection in Malaysia is mainly governed by the Consumer Protection Act 1999. Under this law, hotel must avoid misleading promotion and unfair booking terms. Legal risks usually arise when key terms such as refund and cancellation policy are not clearly discussed before the payment is made, and the past dispute shows that refund failures and poor communication can quickly lead to consumer complaints and regulatory attention. Hence, for some resort hotels, such issues may result in compensation claims and serious reputational damage.
Sunway Resort face multiple legal and safety risks due to its responsibility to protect guests, employee, and property. One of the most critical risks is guest safety and premise liability. Fire safety and emergency preparedness also present significant legal risks. Failure to maintain fire detection system, comply with fire regulation, or provide clear evacuation procedure could lead to operational shutdown or legal actions in case of injury or death. Food safety and hygiene are major legal concerns. Improper food handling or poor hygiene standard in hotel restaurant can cause food poisoning, lead to lawsuit and reputation damage. In addition, occupation health and safety risks affect employee. Inadequate safety equipment training or operating procedure may result in workplace injuries, compensation claim, and regulatory penalties. Hotels also face data protections and privacy risks, particularly involving personal and financial information. Finally, insufficient security measures may expose guests to injury, resulting in negligence claim.
The Employment Act 1955 and Industry Relation Act 1967 govern employment practice at some resort hotel. Under the principle of vicarious liability, the hotel can be held responsible for negligence committed by employee while at work. In termination cases, Section 20 of the Industry Relation Act 1967 requires this cause, while Section 40 of the Employment Act 1955 mandate a proper domestic inquiry before dismissal for misconduct. If these legal requirements are not followed, the industry court may be ruled the dismissal unlawful, resulting in backlash, compensation, and damage to the hotel reputations.
To reduce theft and negligence risks, Sunway Resort Hotel should take reasonable steps to fulfill its duty of care to guests. First, the hotel should regularly inspect its premises and post clear warning signs in areas where hazards are predictable, such as swimming pools and wet floors, to show that reasonable precautions have been taken. Second, clear procedures for guest room access should be implemented, and CCTV systems should be properly maintained to support monitoring and incident investigations. Third, regular staff training is essential to reinforce employees' legal responsibility and reduce the risks of negligence actions. Finally, maintain adequate public liability insurance, help the hotel manage potential legal exposure from negligence claims.
To mitigate product and liability risks, Sunway Resort Hotel must adopt a proactive prevention approach. This includes regular inspections and documented maintenance of high-rise facilities such as elevators, gyms, swimming pools, and in-room equipment. Food safety must also be treated as a core legal priority by strictly complying with hygiene standards, temperature controls, and continuous staff training, especially during peak seasons. Additionally, the hotel should have clear emergency response and accident reporting systems, visible safety warnings, and adequate product and public liability insurance. These measures help reduce legal exposure while protecting guest safety and the hotel's reputation.
For consumer protection, the first step is to make sure promotions are accurate and consistent across every booking channel. And next, the key terms must be shown upfront, especially refund and cancellation rules and any restriction like blackout days. The wording should be simple and clear and with no hidden condition, and the hotel should apply its policy consistently instead of making ad hoc decisions case by case. Finally, the frontliner staff should be trained and to handle complaints professionally and to record disputes properly for follow-up and evidence.
Sunway Resort face multiple risks, including personal injury, fire hazard, health and hygiene issues, security threats, and environmental risks. To reduce the personal injuries risk, the resort use non-slip flooring, adequate lighting, clear warning signage in high-risk area, and conduct regular maintenance and safety inspections. Fire safety and emergency preparedness are addressed through the installations and maintenance of smoke detector, fire alarm, and fire extinguishers. To manage health and hygiene risks, Sunway Resort maintains strict cleanliness standards throughout the property. Guest room and public area are cleaned regularly, while food and beverage operations comply with food safety regulations. Security risks are mitigated through CCTV and routine monitoring. Finally, environmental and external risks such as flood and power outage are managed through efficient drainage system, backup generator, emergency response plan, staff training, and so on.
To reduce employment law risks, Sunway Resort Hotels should implement preventive measures such as regular staff training, strict standard operating procedures, and close supervision. These steps help minimize employee negligence and misconduct. To prevent wrongful dismissal claim, the hotel must conduct fair and properly documented domestic inquiries, clear employment contracts, and updated employee handbook, and educate insurance coverage further protect the hotel. This measure help ensure legal compliance while maintaining Sunway Resort Hotel reputation as a responsible employer.
In conclusion, Sunway Resort Hotel face 5 key legal risks across its daily operation. These key risks are higher because of the large guest volume and the hotel reliance and staff complaints. If not managed well, legal issues can lead to claims, penalties, and reputational damage. With strong operational control, clear communication, and consistent staff training, the hotel can significantly reduce its legal exposure. That's all from us. Thank you.